Welcome back to another edition of the PulseWave Report with yours truly, the Algo Capitalist, aka the Vulcan, coming to you live from PulseWaveTrading.com, home of the world famous PulseWave Price Trigger Reports. All right, so it's time for our chart segment, and it's a short trading week because, as you know, yesterday was a holiday, Martin Luther King, so we only really have 4 days of live trading, starting with today being day one. All right, so the first chart we have up here is the E-mini S&P 500. As you can see here, here's the initial crash alert. Here's that downside production. And as you can see, basically, the market is just trading in a range. It's not a narrow range, it's a wide range, but we're moving sideways with a downward bias, okay? I'm expecting for any type of rallies to possibly be sold here. I still think that the trend line support right here is in play because we haven't had any real correction. None. All right, no correction. Going back to last year. All right, haven't had one since October. That's quite a run. Here's the rally alert, and here's all this upside production. So I think we're due for one, and I think this is has the propensity to turn into a full-blown correction. At this point, looks like we do have a short-term top end at this point. Now it's earnings season, so things can get a little volatile as companies come in. The question is, did we rally into the earnings season, right? And now we're going to correct, or was that not priced in? So especially the tech companies, as they report, beats, we'll see what happens. But as for now, the bears still have it. They're still in control at the moment. All right, the next one here is the euro dollar. Another thing too is when you're in a holiday week, markets tend to be a little weird. So just keep that in your mind too, because we only got 4 days of trading. So again, the bears are still in control here. We did come down and meet the trend line support initial target. So the move, you can say now, has been met, but the bears still have it. Do we have further to correct? If so, the secondary target is the top of the Kumo cloud, and we'll see if it wants to do that. Does it want to break 120 and go into the teens? Well, we'll have to wait and see, but that's what it's looking like. Looks like the bears have their grip on it, tight grip. What about the British pound? Well, look at the British pound, crash alert, downside production, little dead cat bounce. The bears still have it. The euro is another one that hasn't had a correction since September, okay? So we have all this upside production from the rally alert, and now the bears have it. We have a short-term top end on the euro. Do we see further correction? That's what we're waiting to see. And what about Ethereum? Well, Ethereum had a rally alert a few days ago, and now we're getting this nice upside production, and it's looking like it wants to go to 1,500. So next stop is about 1,500 here on this Ethereum. Ethereum's doing good. The bulls have control of that market. What about Litecoin? Is Litecoin catching a bid off of Ethereum's work? Well, kind of, sort of. Here's the rally alert here on the Litecoin. We got that initial upside production, little pullback, and then we have even more upside production. So Litecoin is taking its time with it. It's not really strong like Ethereum is right now, but it's trying to do a little something. I think it's going to probably try to get to about 170. Then we'll see where it goes from there. But right now, the bulls have wrestled control in Litecoin. What about the XRP Ripple? Well, still a lot of consolidating down here below the trend line resistance, and a lot of flip-floppage right now. This is the last rally alert, and then you got this nice upside production here. So I think we're going to go back toward the overhead trend line resistance, see how close it can get to it before this rally slows down. But as of right now, the bulls temporarily have it. Market's still under a lot of longer-term selling pressure, so it's going to take a lot of buying interest to give this particular market some lift. Just not a lot of bang for your buck right now. And Ripple seems not to be a lot of people interested at this time. All right, what about the metals? What's going on with gold and silver? Well, here's what happened. We had this crash alert right here. We got all this nice downside production, right? Topped out right here with this bearish pointer, got a rally alert from it. Then we extended that, and now here we are. The overhead resistance, which is the bottom of the Kumo cloud, and that's what this market's going to have to punch through, and it's having a hard time doing that. If it does manage to do it, the bears are clearly still in control of this market. This market would have to rally an enormous amount just to regain its footing. Right now, though, it's trendless and just trading in enormous trading ranges, right now. So just keep that in the back of your mind, okay? Just something to think about. All right, here is the NASDAQ 100 futures. All right, so you can see here was the crash alert. Here was all the downside production. Then we got a very powerful reversal today, on the day after MLK Day. And, you know, I think that's on the back of the good earnings beats that are coming in after the close. So the bulls are really trying to wrestle back control here. We thought we were going to get a correction. We still don't have one. We have never really gotten a real correction. Here is the initial rally alert back here. Here's all this upside production, and there's no real correction. Trendline support is way down here at 12.4, and here we are at 13.32 3/4. So this one's looking like it doesn't want to correct just yet. It wants to break out or something and go higher. So all you can do is ride the rhythm. That's all you can do, and see where the market takes us. We'll see what happens. Right now is crude oil. That's the next one. All right, so crude oil is trying to settle down a little bit. Here's the rally alert. Here's today's upside production. Looks like the bulls want to take this one up more. Wants to take out the previous high right here. Bulls are in control of this one. But again, you got to watch it. You never really know with crude oil. It's a gangster of a market. And no, we have not really had a pullback. No correction. Little pullbacks, but no correction. All right. Here's the rally alert back here, your initial rally alert. Here's all this upside production and no correction. Zero, zilch, no correction. Got to get back to this trend line at some point. But we'll see how far the market wants to take it. Does it want to go to 55 or does it want to go to 60? We'll see. Normally, crude oil's been having a lot of problems with 55 and 60. So we'll see what happens. Once you get to that $55 a barrel, that's when the first alarm will go off. All right, here's the Russell My Hustle. So back here's your initial rally alert. This is all your upside production, no corrections. Pullbacks, yes, but no correction. Here's your crash alert. We have yet to get any production on crash alert so far. Today was day 2. So remember, we can lead the market 3 to 5 days out with these rally and crash alerts. Let's see what happens. Let's see what gives. But right now, the bears still got it until we flip-flop out of this. So we'll see what happens. But the correction's way down here around 1900. So we'll see. The higher we go, the further the market will correct once the correction comes. So always remember that. The higher the market, the more it has to fall. All right, here's silver. So here's your rally alert back here. And then here is the upside production. Bulls are trying to take back control of this one. Just like gold, you're just in an enormous trading range right now. And the market's really not giving you a lot to go on except volatility. Look at the breadth of these bars. Look at this. This is just absurd. Look at these bars. Look at the ranges on these bars. These are some thick, wide, healthy, crazy bars, which can make it difficult to navigate and trade. When you start getting this kind of activity, something's going on. Something's going on here. Is this a wider base being built for the rally of the century? I don't know. I'm beginning to think it might be. It's just a little weird. If you look at the weekly chart, here's the weekly. All right, so on the weekly, here's your rally alert. Here's all this upside production, right? Then you get this type of a correction, right? Which is really not, I mean, it kind of is, but it's a light correction. Then you get the rally alert. Then you get the flip-floppage, rally alert, flip-floppage again, comes down, takes out all prior supports on that weekly. Then you get this rally alert, and then it goes all the way up here like this. Then you get this other extreme. Then you get this crash alert. A little bit. It's just, it doesn't know what it wants to do. It does not know what it wants to do. It's trendless at this point. So I will wait for this market to make its mind up and decide what it wants to be when it grows up. What about the Dow? Well, let's talk about the Dow. Okay, so once again, here's your rally alert way back here, and then all this upside production. No correction again. Here's your crash alert. Here's your downside production, just a itty bitty production before the market now is trying to reverse again. This is starting to show signs of topping out. All right, so we still have that short-term top in for right now. Is it going to try to say sight and just explode and go to 31.5? Anything can happen. All I can say is just trade what the market gives you. These are weird times. We got the ceremony tomorrow. Biden getting sworn in. As I'm talking now, Netflix is soaring after subscriptions blow past 200 million. All right, so they're celebrating Netflix right now after hours. I don't know, man. I don't know. Just trade what you see. That's all I can say. How about the Australian dollar? Here's the Australian dollar. All right, so, all right, you got your crash alert here. Here's the downside production. Bears are still in control. I think the trend line support is still in play on this one. All right, so bears are in control of this one. We got that short-term top in, and I think the market does want to start correcting here. All right, last but not least, we got the Bitcoin. What's going on with the Bitcoin? Here's the Bitcoin Futures Composite Index. All right, flip-flopping around up in here. Here's your high, and then here's the flip-flopping around. All right, is it gonna regain and explode, or does it want to correct down to the trend line? Here's this last rally alert here. Here's all this upside production. Then we get the correction here, crash alert. The market does not give you any production. Flip-flops gives you a rally alert, gives you nice upside production. Then you get the crash alert, no downside production. Flip-flops again. Now you have a rally alert for tonight into tomorrow's trading on Bitcoin. I tell you, these markets have been all over the place. They're just trying to figure out what is it that they want to be truly when they grow up. They don't know. They don't know where they want to go from here. There's still a lot of unknowns with the Biden presidency. I know he wants to spend money. Putting Janet Yellen as the Fed treasurer is crazy. Really? Really? Department of Treasury, Janet Yellen? Okay, whatever. So basically that's promising just to continue to give you money. And then here's Hack. Hack now is exploding. Here's your rally alert here, and then there's all this upside production. Hack is trying to explode. And this is an interesting development. It really is. But we got to look at these gaps. This is a gap here. All right. Here's another one right here. So just keep that in the back of your mind. This is going up because of all the false flags that have been happening, all the COINTELPRO operations with fake rallies, fake riots, all types of paid for provocateurs, crisis actors, the whole nine. trying to put past agendas and control certain narratives. So hack is taking off saying, yes, all this is happening. Whenever a hack is exploding like this is because major operations are underway. Hack is your Illuminati indicator. All right. It lets you know when the shadow government is operating behind the scenes. This market will go on a tear. And that's what it's doing right now. And if you look at it, it's been doing it since November of last year. Something to think about, isn't it? Something to think about. Since the election of last year. Think about that. Think about that. Have we not had all types of nonsense since then? The rigged election, everything. And this hack is exploding, letting you know, red alert, fake stuff is happening. You better believe it. And right now, hack broke 60 for the first time. This is incredible. So I think it's going to keep going, ladies and gentlemen. This is our new normal. This is our new reality, and we have to acknowledge it so that we can move forward. It is what it is. We don't have to like it at all. We don't have to like it, but we do have to accept it. All right. The powers that be, they're winning right now. They are winning. All right. They control the mainstream media. They control the alternative media. They also now have shown you that they control the internet. So they control the narrative. When you control the mainstream media and you control the internet, you control the narrative because they control what information gets out. They control what information you hear. They will make sure in the coming days, weeks, and months that you will no longer be able to hear any dissenting voices. They're going to marginalize them to the outskirts of the internet and the deep dark web. And that's about it. All right. They're going to make it hard for you to get any real news. All right. This is what it is. All right. And then I'm afraid that they're going to get to the point where they're going to start denying people access to the internet altogether. All right. You'll probably need a social credit score in order to have internet access. They'll make it like getting a driver's license or anything else. And you'll have to have a license to have the internet. And they will control everything. I think this is what's coming. I think it's coming. They're already starting to limit your internet access already by giving you certain amounts of internet usage and saying if you go over this usage, you can be charged up to like $100 a month for over usage if you go beyond a certain bandwidth. All right. So just something to think about, ladies and gentlemen. This is real. This is not fake. You can't make this stuff up, but it's here. It's already here, and we have to deal with it. All right. So with that being said, remember, you heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen. I did warn you. So go ahead and smash that like button. Come on over to PulseWaveTrading.com. You know you need to. You want to put yourself in a situation where you can be on the right side of these markets and benefit from what's coming. So remember, bulls make money, bears make money, and pigs get slaughtered. So remember to take what you can and give nothing back. And I'm out. Peace.